It's like advertising. It's like digital, some sculptural stuff, posters, niche things, funny, humour, online. Eventually, our work will be put,
on our social medias.
Yes, including this. I made some clay.
You made some clay.
I made some clay, but
done a couple things.
To be fair, we've been doing like video editing, animation a little.
This year's been a lot more digital for us, which is quite different because I'm like looking behind the camera now at like a massive thing that I made earlier
in the summer.
But like, I don't know how I feel about doing digital, especially because I think when you're in art school for literally only 3 years, it's so hard to get your practice down, because if you want to do something digital, I don't know, I felt this last year when I was kind of starting to do digital stuff, that like I felt that like my work, or I wasn't going into studios enough. I was like kind of wasting uni by not doing physical massive work that required a big studio like this. But now I'm unsure.
I'm enjoying the posters. We've been filming adverts, haven't we?
Yeah, so we've been looking at a lot of like...
Actually, I've been filming a lot of adverts.
Yeah.
We did green screen behind us.
And under us, but it's not rolled.
Yeah.
But no, we've been looking at really old adverts, like
1980s onwards to early 2000s, kind of inspired by that, and not necessarily how they're made, because, well, no, a little how they're made.
A little bit.
Like the way that they're printed, and we've been doing things that look similar, but we've been doing it digitally.
Yeah.
But
it's not really printed very well.
Which would print better. The halftone conversions, which are the black and white ones, actually that telepathic plant pruner has a halftone conversion on it as well.
Oh, I see.
So you can see it looks a bit like VHS.
I like that.
I liked doing that one.
And when we were kind of still conceiving everything that we were doing, we just kept like thinking about it. All came back to the internet. We started thinking about like not just like physical adverts, but more like video. So we were talking about traditional like teleshopping adverts, which then just made me think like, oh, like South Park. Like Cash for Gold. Like you see on TikTok now, all those people sitting in a room going, buy this right now, you've got 5 seconds left on this flash sale, you have to buy it.
I was going to say that the TikTokification of
everything.
Shopping, anything really. Everything's just kind of like a big advert now, which is it's really like dystopian. I feel like there's been books about that. Or all the...
But we're coming from it in a way of like, it's
humouring.
Yeah, it's like awful, but I mean, what can you do?
We are kind of playing into it, aren't we? We're using that, which it does kind of perpetuate these ideas. But I think if you like understand it, then you can like kind of take a step back and be like, oh shit. I guess everyone does complain about the TikTok shop. We've got a lot of things to talk about within these next few weeks.
Yeah, because we've noticed a lot of things in art school, and
not bad things.
Sometimes annoying, but just
I was gonna say all questions that we've come across online, which we could relate to.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because a lot of art podcasts are from like either old people who went, it's getting louder, either old people who went to like art uni and like have no, oh my god, and have like no sense of what it is like anymore, or just like people who go to CSM and are really like
out there. It's fine.
who are a bit crazy. But I mean, we're coming to you as
Humble.
humble, normal people who
Want to talk.
Yeah.
Want to share our experiences, share everything that we know, knowledge, information. We're going to discuss different topics. If people have any questions, we will happily answer them from our perspective.
That'd be fun. Oh my god. Everyone here is so unserious. Like
In a good way.
in a really good way. And like the work you have to make, because I think when people who don't do art think of an artist, it's very like
Painter, drawer.
But I like the fact, because I've learned this as I've gone into uni, in that like clearly you don't have to make very serious work, to be considered an artist, but it's still the same value.
No, I think we are kind of serious because we are putting like a lot of effort into this, and when like we are using context and we are looking at artist references, and like we're not just
we're
making
doing
it
everything, but
to take the piss.
I mean it in a sense of like, if you just look at this firsthand, it looks like they're just taking the piss, they don't care. But actually we're doing it in a way of very like traditional art. We're doing the exact same processes as every other person. Like right behind the camera there are painters, there are sculptors who are doing very like what's the word I'm looking, like traditional work, whereas we're here doing new stuff. Ooh. Why we're hosting it in art school? Yeah, I really like the fact that the studios are completely together. It's really nice. It has a big sense of like camaraderie. And then when you have your crits, it's actually really lovely, because I think the whole idea around crits, this can be a whole episode. I can talk about this for hours.
Even tutorials. Yeah,
tutorials and crits. When you first hear about them, it's kind of given to you as like a super
my god,
scary,
they're gonna rip
like,
into words and make you all cry, because that's all I've ever heard.
Because I'd see like I know American art school's so different than this, because they get told like what to do and stuff. But like I've seen videos of people crying after their crits, being like, oh my god, they were so horrible.
Even in like London schools, I fear. But maybe I'm wrong, because I've got this like preconceived notion.
I mean, I had thought like, oh my god, that sounds awful. Like I'm so scared to have crits. And then we had our first proper ones like this year, and I was like, oh, it's just like people saying, oh, I like this about your work. Oh, maybe you could do it in a different colorway.
Maybe everyone's too scared to rip into each other. No, I don't think so.
I actually don't think so, because like if there's a bit of someone's work that I don't like, it's more on me rather than on them, because like I just think, oh, why don't I like that? Oh, I just don't like painting, or I just don't like lino cuts.
Or I guess you could say there are alternate ways to do something.
Well, yeah, because if they've done something that just doesn't look as good, you could say like
a better technique or a better method, you could suggest it.
I think the people that are saying like, oh, they're ripping into me, not to have a controversial opinion here.
Oh, but first one ever.
First one of the pod. Okay. You've either got horrible friends in uni, and I think that's on the uni to fix that. Because, like, all I've seen
What do you mean?
So, like, I'm thinking of all the videos I've seen on TikTok of, like, the Americans crying after their crits. But if it's your friends who are giving you the crits and your tutors who's giving you the crits, and they're being so horrible that it's making you cry, I think that's on the uni for hosting an environment that is so hostile that like it's making you really competitive, and I would hate to work in a place like that.
We have an episode planned about competitive.
Oh my god, that's a whole other thing.
We have an episode planned.
But no, it makes you so competitive, and I think that's just so like. That's awful. So it's either on the uni being awful, or someone can't take criticism. Oh, sorry, Bella's just done a face at my controversial opinion.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, tripod versus tripod.
Don't hit our tripod.
I think.
Am I like disturbing you?
No,
it's okay.
We were just talking about.
I have a better tripod than I like.
Right.
Her name is
be you.
Bella, what's your opinion on
Face the camera, come on.
Tell me.
Be in a podcast
what's your thought on
I'm still stained yellow from the night
like
before.
crits? Like,
I love them. I think they're great.
yeah, and then they're really not as bad as we think they are.
No,
Did it
they're
meet
just so
your-
chill.
Did it meet your expectation of what a crit would be?
Well, on my foundation, a crit was like really intense.
Oh, where
and,
did you
like,
go again?
Kingston.
Yeah.
I was gonna go there.
Really?
Yeah.
It was
Why
really
was
intense.
it? Why was it?
It was just because it's like more competitive, and like the people who go,
Exactly.
the people who go to that school, it's like harder to get in than like it's the hardest one to get into. So
I thought
the quality,
Goldsmiths was the hardest to get into.
they don't have a foundation course, Kingston Foundation. So
I see.
it's hardest to get into, and they like really push you to a point where I think it's
Not good.
it's a
not
little
healthy.
bit. It's not healthy.
I don't believe that this should be a competitive environment.
Yeah.
That's all, really. I think, like, if people have this notion that they should be competitive and everyone needs to get their foot in the door,
Which, like, yeah, art as the art market is competitive, but like, it's such an unhealthy way to work. I don't know how else to
Yeah.
describe it. Like, I feel like if I was put in an environment where like everyone is like actively trying to be the best, like that'd be awful. We probably wouldn't even be working together because it's like, oh, I've got to
be better than you.
yeah, exactly. Ugh,
It's okay.
yeah.
And we also, I don't even know, guys, I'm so sorry. We talked about pretentiousness, but now I think about it, and I look back, I'm like, why are we even talking about this? Like, we don't experience pretentiousness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, all of our points are like, we don't experience this.
We don't, yeah. I mean, it happens, but not to us. I don't think.
Not what?
So what do you want to do after university?
What a good segue. Glad you asked, Fleur.
Oh, sorry, my socks match your skirt.
Oh, they can't see that.
No, unless you want to see my feeties.
Anyway, so I was. Okay. Obviously, the dream is to be like a practicing artist and to be doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we have our own studio, then we're actually interviewing the Hook to a Girl ourselves.
Yeah.
And other artists, because I would say she's an artist. Sorry, I've been talking about her way too much today. But no, I think if that doesn't work, which, I mean...
Let's not think like that.
Yeah. But, you know, I'll try that. But also, I really like the idea of prop design, prop making, being a prop master. It seems really fun. And I quite like, I don't know, I like making things with my hands rather than fucking video editing.
Well, I'd edit it, but then I'd have to use your laptop.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with editing.
You just not ideal.
No.
Not ideal.
What about you though?
Apart from being a practicing artist, I feel like that was a given anyways.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being a teacher.
A classic route.
Yep.
To be fair though, we were talking about that the other day though, and it feels like it's so weird that like you think of all your teachers who taught art in the past, they are all like actually, or most of them are like practicing artists.
I didn't even in high school, I was just like, she's not a teacher. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not like, oh my god, she's an artist.
Well, yeah, because like we only had like 2 art teachers literally in our whole school. So like,
yeah,
when I remember one of my teachers was like handing me like a book of references or something, and she had like done like a drawing on the front, and it was some like stunning like pencil drawing of like a Michelangelo, and I was like, what the fuck? I forget that they can do art, and like they're a practicing artist.
World in general, but we're talking about how art is an expensive degree.
What it is.
Yeah, like you've got to spend a load of money.
Because like you don't have to have a degree to do like art as a thing.
But if you want to do an art degree, you have to spend so much money on materials. Everything's really expensive, whether it's maintenance loans, the actual finance for uni.
Especially since like
In a big city.
they don't give you like they give you a space to work, and they give you, you know, tables, chairs, like
And
things to do,
The
and
occasional
workshops and everything. However,
you do have to pay for all the materials.
yeah.
That's just here though. Some of the unis are different.
Yeah, I don't know what other unis are like, but like,
Let us know.
yeah, please, because like,
I want to compare all the unis.
oh my god, we were talking about how, okay, so I've got a piece. I'll put it up on the video so you can see it, right? Sitting behind the camera currently, all made of masking tape, polystyrene, and like string embroidery thread.
Yes.
And it's like got a little structure of chicken wire. All
On a
together
canvas, so-
on a canvas, but like it's mostly masking tape.
Mhm.
It cost me £125.
£125.
You were so shocked when I told you that for the first time. That was
Mhm.
the episode that got.
When you told me you'd spent money on it, but I was thinking like 40 quid at most.
Because
For
it's
everything,
tape.
It's tape.
Because you think I
Tape and
bought.
some balls.
Yeah, because I bought.
Who taping they balls?
No, but like you think it's just masking tape. I would buy the masking tape 9 rolls at a time, and you'd see this and you'd think, oh, that looks about like 9 rolls of masking tape. No, wrong. It's like 30 rolls.
Maybe you need to buy bigger rolls of masking tape.
I would buy a big roll of masking tape, but I'd like compare the price on fucking everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be spending like 50p per roll, which is really cheap for masking tape. Turns out,
Buying a load of rolls.
yeah, buying a load, but it just would not. It was annoying. It's not even finished, so
Oh well.
yay!
We live and we learn.
We live and we learn, and I think if I were to do it again, I'd probably use fabric because
It's cheaper.
it's a
Way
lot cheaper.
cheaper.
A lot cheaper. I spent £7 on 3 meters of ripstock nylon, which is massive, and then 3 meters of this like polyester stuffing as well. It's £7 for all that. That's crazy. We don't know what to do with it, but you might see it soon. Ooh.
Wrap me in it.
Okay. Yeah, I can make you into a mattress.
When you think of like a famous artist, you usually think of a white man. But then we always talk in uni about like being the minority and this, that, and the other, and like
Yeah, for being
But-
women. But
our uni is like 90%. Well, our class, yeah, is 90% female. So how like
Ooh.
I guess we can't. I think in the grand scheme of things,
Well, it's I think because once you get into the art world, like the
yeah,
art world, it's such a weird concept, but like we do. I guess it's
I don't really know because I feel like it is just women, but then the male,
well, men do art and women do craft, isn't it?
yeah.
Women have hobbies, men have
Have
work, have
careers.
careers.
But I guess, like art was always like everything's always been male, right?
Yeah,
And then now there's like
yeah. It is only
female.
recently that. I mean, I guess we don't actually know that.
but I don't know. I feel like feel like it's hard to call us a minority when we're in fact the majority
Yeah.
in uni. And it's, you know, something. It's like weird to think about because like in the grand scheme of things we are kind of still the minority, but then I've not experienced it because of like just how this works currently. But it's not like, I mean, also just saying like it's not like the guys on this course's fault. They don't make us, you know, feel like that. They're really nice people, and you know,
We haven't encountered any of the
stereotypes.
no, any of the Basquiat copy men.
Because everyone is really chill.
Yay!
Whilst what are some other routines you like to follow? Like maybe things that you do unconsciously that you follow whilst working.
You go first, 'cause I need examples. I also want to find out where Bjork beat up this
So
reporter.
when I work, I kind of like to, if I'm making something, I like to get every single thing out that I need, put it together like in once. Bangkok. And then like so last year I'd get all the materials out and I would then work like that. I wouldn't be like, I'd have a process, but I would do it by seeing everything around me.
Okay, yeah, I
And
always
then
like.
Go from like I can't do one bit and then put that away, make it all neat and tidy, and then carry on. Like everything kind of needs to be everywhere so I can see it.
I'm the same. Like, our studios last year was so crazy. This is the neatest our little bit has been, to be fair, because I think you tidied it, yeah. Because like
we're not really using it, so that's why. Like, if you're not using it, then I tidy it. But if we're using it, then it's like,
yeah. Because I'm like you. I like having everything everywhere. Because I then have a space for everything around me. Because like if I put my pen down there, it's not in a place where a pen should go, but I know it's there, so I can easily grab it. And like, but for me, do you plan your work?
no, unless it's like these posters which we used AI to generate ideas, which takes not that it takes the effort out of it because I've still got to put effort into
making it,
putting what's it called, realitizing them, turning them into reality.
Well, yeah, just making it, right?
Yeah, it's just well, because it's
materializing
it. Which now I can't do, seeing as I've got a laptop, right, but it's so slow, so old. I can only use Canva.
Yeah, my one. Yeah, I will go through the creative process really fast because I'm the kind of person where I get bored of something very, very quickly. So like, I will have an idea immediately. The whole thing is realized in my head. I will have it.
Yeah.
Then I will, like, in order for me to make that successfully, I'll need to make a step-by-step plan. And then it doesn't matter how much work there is, I'll do it in a day. Like, I will go so hard. Because when I get an idea, I will go crazy on it. But then it's like ages between these spurs of like inspiration. Yeah. Oh, thank you. But like, because like this poster, I made that in like an hour, and a lot of it's like hand drawing.
Yeah.
Which like, if you had told me now to make a poster, fucking hell, it would have taken me ages. But like, look, I literally fill the time, fill the space.
Talk to no.
Here we go. I literally, the first sketch I did is the one that I made. And then I was like, oh, I should maybe have another sketch. So I drew that one underneath and did that in like a second.
Yeah. My ones are like, if I've got it written down what I wanted to do, I then just kind of shove it and then develop it whilst I'm making it. I'm not about to start thinking about what it looks like.
It just it just pops into my head. I'm like this. I was like, okay, I should just do a quick sketch so I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But like, I really am not one to sketch. I usually wouldn't have even done it, but I think it's easier. Like, I think just because I don't know digital stuff as well,
yeah,
like it was easier for me to draw it in person and then go off that digitally.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm getting more into planning because I realize that like, oh, I actually do a lot more work when I plan.
Have you been keeping to your
I have. Collabing, I think this semester has been a lot more worth for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Not adding much to the conversation.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, because I don't know.
I like collabing. I like we both get to include our own perceptions, and we get to like bounce ideas off, and it's not just like your own thoughts going and going and going. It's like a constant feedback between each other.
Because I know if I was doing this on my own, I think the kind of work that I'd be making would be quite different.
I agree on my sense as well.
Yeah, like because I don't know, if I was doing this on my own, one, I wouldn't even be posting shit, but I'd also be making stupider stuff. I don't know how. I don't know, actually.
I guess you'll never know. I guess we'll never know. Ooh. Anyway, okay, so
I think it's good though because we can kind of allocate tasks a lot easier as well. So like right
apart
now,
from when your laptop breaks and then you can't do anything.
But if your laptop breaks, at least you're with me to be editing all the shit.
I don't know what I'd do if my laptop broke, and then I'd quite possibly go insane.
Yeah.
Let's leave it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I think it's good.
Yeah.
Because this has pushed me out of my shell a lot more. Well, one of our things that we were talking about this morning, earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Not this morning. Like an hour ago. Was the fact that we want to stray away from the like serious topics of the fucking podcast.
Well, not all of it.
Not all of it.
Turn it down a bit. We want to be a bit more silly, a bit more. Okay, so we want to be a bit more silly with it, basically, with our
more casual, more chill.
Yes, that's the plan. Although we will keep topics, but maybe less of the whole episode.
Yeah, because we want to talk about our own shit as well, and our own shit is dictated by our lives, and our lives are fucking. Oh. We do a little trolling, we have a little fun.
Exactly.
It's a bit of a hot take. So I think sometimes I really don't like it when people priorities. When people kind of their art is like mainly like aesthetic based and kind of quite surface level. I have like issue with that.
Yeah, real.
Also,
I don't like art which isn't funny. I can't connect with it. Full stop.
What are some examples of the first one then?
Just like I don't know, or I have issue.
The really trendy ones.
Yes. Also art which kind of. I see this a lot, back in the day at school, art that kind of tries to be progressive, but then doesn't use but then kind of accidentally does the opposite. If you get what I mean.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
I feel a few people maybe not at degree level.
What I'm trying to say is does art have a responsibility to address social political issues? Yes or no? Explain.
Well, I think art is very linked to whoever is making the work, and it kind of like I don't know how to describe it. Like, I think it does have a responsibility to address, because it's not, you're not making like work in like a little like cube of nothingness. Like, it's gonna like respond to the world around you. So I think you do have like a responsibility to talk about certain topics, but then again, you shouldn't force talking about certain topics you don't want to, because then I feel like when people force themes through their work, which isn't like authentic to them, you can tell by just by looking at it, and it's a bit like a little bit like GCSE vibes, if you kind of get. Not like to be like, no hate on people who do GCSE art, keep on going, but
It gets better.
It gets better after you leave school. It gets like 100 times better. But I think like, and also I feel like the artists always, you can't like be like a tourist making work. You have to like acknowledge who you are within society if you're an artist.
Well, yeah, it's like the white man copying Basquiat. Like,
yeah, it's just like, oh, stop it now.
Like, it's not even like, sorry, I was just thinking about when these like white dudes or whatever start like seeing different cultures. They're like,
Start what?
Like almost like appropriating different cultures in their art. And
Yeah.
I think like if you're not researching or you're not understanding like context and stuff, then I think like what you even do.
Like appropriating like certain like aesthetics from
It's like,
certain like doesn't
like
do that, but certain cultures. and stuff.
photographers going to a really rundown and deprived area, being like, oh,
Yeah.
so raw.
The thing is,
so unfiltered.
you could argue like war photographers and like people taking like photos of these areas are important to like
Yeah, definitely.
create,
And you
but then
can
also
do
it's
that.
how you do it.
You can do that
and
in a
not-
respectful way and in a like documentative journalistic way.
Instead of a using
Predatory
and abusing
kinda-
way. Yeah, I don't like it when people don't have like, when the like subject almost like doesn't have any like credit, or like not credit, but like nothing happens, like they're a part of the piece of work
Oh,
and then nothing really happens to their lives, and the photographer kind of like takes,
yeah.
again, predatory stuff.
Well, I feel like photography is inherently like you have someone having their picture taken and then the person taking the picture like, oh, help me word this. Oh no. There's something inherently predatory about that, and it's the way you go about it. Like,
Yeah, it was like street photography.
oh my god,
I quite like street photography, so it's like, where does it lie? There's also
Well,
like
there's
sometimes
that
when people just make art about themselves, I find it a bit boring, but not a bit boring, but like if they're just, then also that's what I do. So
I was gonna say, I saw you have a massive cube with your face on it.
guys, I mean, no, or like not or like art from like own. Oh, I'm gonna sound like a huge hypocrite.
I mean, it doesn't have
I
to be
kind of
black
take
and white.
that back. Or like not art just about themselves, but like when people don't go into interesting topics and make it quite surface level, I think is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
Not just because I'm doing a cube of my face.
Yeah, but you
which
have
is
like
not a bit narcissistic.
If
if
I-
I'm being honest, but
just whipped up paint on my face because I'm like, well, I want to paint my face, where like there's no like context, there's no like thought or meaning, and with your work you are providing like
yeah, it's because I'm like a performer.
yeah,
so
you're
I have
providing these
to.
different like thingies.
Speaking of, we've been making adverts today. We've been teleshopping. We've been finding out lovely toys for children to use. I just thought it was interesting that people's art is so like nowadays. It's so. It has to be on social media.
That's the one I need.
I don't know, like you have to post yourself making art, otherwise you're not going to get noticed by anyone. And like galleries, I feel like are less inclined to like
Yeah.
contact you or anything.
If you're nobody.
Yeah, if you've got like 2 followers, I guess. But also, it's quite hard because like, how do you start How do you start getting that? I don't know. What am I saying?
The thing is, it's actually not that much of each colour right now.
No, I agree. So this is a slow one. We should have maybe filmed earlier when we had more energy. No, I agree with you. I think that it's like musicians as well. Everyone's got to put themselves out there, but that's just how it's not like organic anymore.
No, yeah, because you used to be able to just like be making work, and then people would come to your like uni shows and stuff to like scout and see. Whereas now it's like, why do I need to do that if I can just go on a fucking hashtag MMU and see?
Well, you do biochemistry, right?
Indeed.
And you've just had a tour of our art school.
Indeed.
What struck you the most? What's like?
Oh,
What's
it's actually like, this is
Because you're someone who doesn't know anything about like the whole art,
No, I'm joking.
the whole like art world. You know, you're not in that.
I'm not in that. The most art details I get is through Liv. Listen, I'm a supporter of whatever this girl's art is.
Thanks.
And other than that, I don't. What struck me most? What struck me most is just kind of the vibe. Everyone's kind of chill here. Like, I don't know. There's less. Probably it feels like there's less structure.
Yeah.
Also, okay, I was surprised by the fact that like it seems like everyone comes in even though you don't have to, and like for the stuff that we don't have to come into, nobody goes in. Like, genuinely, I've been to a lecture before where there's been like 3 people.
I guess so with your thing though, because you do essays, don't you?
I've done like 2 essays,
What's your like main thing? You go to lectures,
exams,
Oh, you have
and I have lab reports. We have pretty much for every module, it's 30% coursework, and the coursework is usually like either a lab or an essay or something, a lab report or an essay. And then we have 70% exams, it's mostly exams, and we have one module that's completely practical,
What do you mean, like practical?
like labs. Experiments.
Oh, experiments.
Titration. Yeah, just
that all you
titrate
do?
all day. I like the fact that you have like, you like review each other's art. You're like, there's more opinions in art, and I think that's kind of cool because I don't know, like I feel like I would like to speak to people about like,
Oh, hi Bella.
hi. Okay. About like issues that I was also learning about. Like there's not much discrepancy in, or at least in what I'm being taught. It's
Yeah,
like a
just taught that
fact.
that's
This
like
tape
it.
is really pissing me off. It's like a fact, not like,
Yeah.
I can't be like, oh, actually this protein isn't called this, like, because it is. But you could be like, no, you can interpret art different ways. Like sometimes like, okay guys, this is a real take from me.
Real take.
Sometimes I see art and I'm just like, and I stand by that because art means different things to different people, right? So like sometimes I just like,
Can you think of an example?
I'm not gonna call, no. Okay, I will. Cut this out if I'm gonna get hated on by your lectures. I went to the Tate Modern.
No,
I
why would you
don't
get
like-
hated on for having an opinion?
I don't like modern art.
What
Generally, okay,
defines
that's
modern art?
really
Okay,
that's
what-
really broad.
That is not
'cause I don't know anything about art. I went to the Tate Modern.
Modern, like contemporary.
I just don't know. I'm not educated enough to have these opinions. I'm sorry. I'm actually not
No,
educated
it's
enough to have
interesting.
any
It's
opinions.
interesting. What?
This is coming from someone who literally knows nothing about art. So I'm super aware that I know nothing, and also like willing to hear everybody out. I'm hearing everyone out. Yeah, it feels like sometimes people have done the art and then come up with a reason.
But that is a valid way of making art.
I do that.
Okay, that's a valid way of making art, but like
It's called
You can't
reverse
pick
hylomorphism.
Yeah.
you can't pick a reason that like is just
No, you've got to interpret it in as
Like,
an
I made
actual
this-
reasoning going on.
Yeah.
I made this man
Because the thing is-
crying because he
It's sad.
is sad. Like
Yeah, because there's a way of doing it.
No.
Like in
I feel like I didn't.
I
I feel like I'm not coming off well to a lot of people.
No,
Sorry,
it's okay.
guys.
When I first came to uni, I was like very shocked by the fact they told us like, oh, you can come up with a meaning like as you're making it, or
I
while
think,
you're
okay,
making
maybe
it.
I actually do think that's fine. I think what's not fine is to be like, I'm going to make a piece. Oh, actually, no, change my mind. Okay, in school, people would be like, I need to do something powerful, and then they pick an issue that people think is powerful and then do something about it. Does that make sense?
What, like in art, you need to make
Yeah.
something about something.
Yeah. Or like, not just in art, but like, I think there's certain topics in society that are really powerful, but people try and use it and like it doesn't come off well. Am I making any sense?
Kind of.
I'll just cut this out.
So
cut
what?
this take out, actually. Cut this podcast to make me sound really good, please.
Yeah, editors know.
Otherwise, you've got a fucking stupid best friend, and that's like embarrassing.
No, but I get where you're coming from because I've definitely seen shit that's like,
Yeah.
why are you
Like, I
making
don't feel
that?
like that for you.
No, yeah.
But also, that's how I feel about that art, and that's not how other people
'Cause
feel about
that's
that art.
what
Some
I
people,
had an
some
issue
people
with.
would see that art and be like, wow.
What I had an issue with in your statement is saying that you don't like modern art.
Okay, yes, I understand that you had an issue with that, because what I was referring to was the art that I saw at the Tate Modern. I have not had a wide spectrum of modern art. I don't even really know what it means. But at least I know that.
Yeah,
I'm just like completely uneducated in art.
Mhm.
I've been to 2 art museums. I don't even like art museums, no offense. Oh,
What don't you like about them then?
I just don't get it.
Don't get what though.
I like it when I would never go to an art museum by myself. I like it when I'm with people and they like talk about it. Okay, for me, this sounds so stupid for me, but I very rarely.
Do you
look
not
at-
like having to think of it?
Maybe I don't know how to think about it.
Yeah.
Often I just look at stuff and I'm like, oh. I understand that's a me thing.
It is a skill. Like,
Yeah.
you
I just
get
don't have that
better at
skill.
interpreting things.
I don't have that
Definitely.
skill, and also like, for me, actually no, okay. I do think some art is really cool. I think some art is really cool. I just sometimes think, it's like, I kind of like, I like old art, and I like art history. I think that's cool.
Old art, like what? What? No,
Like-
this is what you're saying.
like,
You're making really big generalizations.
Okay,
I'm
like
trying
I like. Okay, I mean I didn't mean old art. I meant like art history. Like I like seeing a piece of art and then learning about why it was made, the context under which it was made, blah blah blah.
But does that
And I-
not apply to art made now?
I don't find it as interesting.
Is it because we live in a more like?
It's just I already know what's going on in this world. Like I don't need a piece of art to kind of contextualize that for me because I already know it. You know what I mean? Like I think I like history, and so when I see like an image of a battle and it like has an explanation and like there's all these meanings that like you wouldn't know because you don't live there. You know what I mean? Like this is it's somebody's art from a time that you have nothing to do with.
Yeah. But would you not find it interesting that people make pieces now about things that you don't like know much
Yeah, I
about?
do.
Yeah.
What about like?
I do. I just sometimes don't.
So my thought was, like you might have like an experience or something which is completely like a different perspective from someone else, and then they made an art which is I think, oh, I didn't think about it that way.
I would. And I would think it was cool. I just wouldn't think it's as cool as like it's just like okay. I do like I get that. I just also feel like I don't know, I just prefer other media of like that. Like
I get what you're
books
saying.
or like
Because like with the
An
work
essay, I don't
that you don't like, I think it's such a small.
wait, I want to pause this. I came across really negative. I actually do quite like lots of art. I quite like lots of art. I don't know any opinions. I don't have a. Because of my opinions, I don't have any opinions. I'm just too uneducated.
That's okay.
That's okay. That's why you're here.
Can we do a
Okay,
second
cool.
pause?
I'm not an art hater by any means, and I think it's a valuable contributor to everything. I think it's cool. I'm not hating on art. I just don't. It's just not.
You need to learn more about it, I guess.
Yeah, I just don't want to.
Your brain doesn't work in
You know what I mean?
the same.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
My hands are sweaty. That's all. That's nice. It's like a moist.
I don't know, like, art isn't my hobby, and so I feel like I could learn a lot more about it, and that would be cool and interesting. But like, I like learning other stuff. Like, I like politics and like history. Oh, but no, but all of this comes into art. It's just like not the method I learn about it from. You know what I mean?
You like reading. You like.
Yeah, I like listening to like podcasts. And
Yeah.
again, I could listen to art podcasts. I just don't. I could do.
Well, I think you do
Maybe I
listen to an
should.
art podcast.
Yeah, you do really good at podcast.
True. That's deep.
A podcast
also-
that isn't
I
on
like-
Spotify.
I kind of like,
And it relies on visual edit stuff.
but I don't know that because I don't really know what performance art means, and I'm scared of these people.
Do you know what's a really great performance art piece?
What?
I'll show you.
You can pull up our channel.
I do like this podcast. I'm a big fan of the podcast. I'm also a big fan of all of Liv's art. That's because she explains it to me. I feel like I need the artist to come and tell me about it. Like, their paragraphs aren't hidden. I need them to explain. And I've watched videos about some people's art that I think are like, I'm like, yeah, fair.
I think your issue, I think your issue with a lot of art is just the fact that you need to know more about it.
Yeah.
Because like,
And
even
also,
if,
like, I just don't really have a desire to.
yeah,
Do you
and even if
like-
you don't like art,
Like this performance piece.
I like art, and I like the way that art people think about things.
yeah,
I like the way art people think about things, and I would like to be able to do that a bit more. Like, I'm gonna learn about cell biology, and I know what cell biology, but like, you guys are like, you have to come up with something to do, and then you have to do it, and you have to like figure out when and how and what it is, and like
research around that.
it's a lot more your own stuff. Like, I have to write an essay, but I already have the essay title. You know what I mean? Like,
We get given our titles.
Yeah.
For our
yeah, I think
essays.
there's a lot more like.
You get like as
Okay.
like a question though.
So like for one of our essays, my thing is how can like different ways in viewing objects and places change the way in which we perceive them. But I've kind of changed that into how do female perspectives change our views on everyday objects.
Well, I don't know why you just didn't do the bodies question because it's basically all that.
I don't know, I like to make it difficult for myself.
Like, 'cause that's why we did Descartes in my one. Ours is about bodies and like embodiment.
I didn't know I like
more
that interpretation and like variation. Of
Yeah.
questions.
You can make your own question, but you have to like get it approved.
Like, ours is like research, so you can't make it up. You know what I mean? What are you doing?
No way.
But no, there's no opinions in my course. Really,
Yeah.
really.
It's quite hard when you're having like, because like I've been ill the past few days, as we know, and like I haven't been able to really come in as much, but I feel like I'm missing so much. I feel like if you have a life,
Yeah.
not in like a hateful way towards our students, but like if you have a life, it's
Different.
yeah, like you just
I-
don't have to give a fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not consumed by it every single day. Do you know what I mean? It's actually. But I guess it comes to a point where we're literally like living, breathing art. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
We can't really get away from it now.
I know, it's so weird. Like
Because some people do it for like some people go to galleries for fun, whereas us kind of like we go. To, like,
yeah, now I can't go to a gallery just like casually. Do I just draw in my hair? I can't go to a gallery like
Can I paint your blonde?
no, not with this pen. With something that comes out, please.
What about acrylic?
I feel like that's even worse.
No. What about glue?
Glue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just on the ends.
Oh, yeah, just glue them together. No, yeah, I do feel like I can never look at things the same, which like isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
But like certain artists now, I will always know because I did a project looking at them, or oh, I saw it in a lecture, and like that's not bad. It's just it's different.
Yeah, it's the same with science though. You're gonna know.
Yeah, I should say with learning anything. That's not really a very hot.
What have we all done in the past week? Uni-wise, work-wise,
Oh.
not just in general. I mean, you can if you want, but let's talk about the uni stuff first.
I've literally been like doing like 8-hour shifts in the library trying to do research.
We need something for a
I'm really sorry. No, what the fuck have I done? I painted one of my pots.
I thought you didn't paint.
No, like on ceramics. Fuck off. I'm not like an oil painter. Or
You glazed a pot. Was it glazed or was
it's
it?
underglaze. Yeah.
I don't know the difference.
Yep. All right.
Sorry, that's
Okay.
What about you, Bella? Not that close, please.
Not again.
Again?
Again. Another one.
No. What have I been doing? I've been screen printing my face onto a cube.
Do you want to get it to show the class?
Could I just like send you a photo and you like clip it in? I
Get on
can't.
the fuck ass green screen.
Yeah, just put it on. It's taking longer than expected.
It's costing you a lot more, isn't it? Than you thought.
The mental cost is more than I thought. I don't know why I'm like
What are you? How many?
it's like
colours?
20 screens.
20.
Yeah,
20? What the fuck? 20?
yeah,
What?
yeah.
20.
20.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but
Make a
it's,
cube. How many
Yeah.
colours are you doing?
I'm doing what I was gonna say YMCA. No, CMYK.
Oh, okay, that's on. Wait, are you
Putting the
doing-
Young Christians on my
That
box,
makes sense.
like-
You're doing 20 screens. 20 screens.
It's quite a lot, but I want to be ambitious and so a little bit stressful. But I'm just trying to like. I've not been doing as much because I got an extension. If you saw my box, you'd be like, she definitely is applicable for extensions. But like, sorry, that's like yeah, just I don't know, just trying to take a chill.
Is it like an A3? Oh, no, they only do A3 right now because they don't do
No,
A2.
they do A2. They do.
They do it again. But last
Yeah.
time I went, they were like, oh, we don't do A2. And I'm like, well,
Well, they do A2. It's 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters, which is bigger than A3. So, and there's like two. This is really boring, but
maths and stuff.
yeah,
That's-
we're art students. We don't do maths.
Is it like a wearable cube or is it just a cube?
It's just a cube. Like you could wear
A
it.
speaker in it.
Yeah, I'm putting a speaker in it and playing my set from it, so it's like a different way of like viewing comedy.
I hate to break it to you, but this is our last episode before
Really?
Christmas.
God, the 3 viewers are crying right now. Like,
This is our last episode before Christmas. So will we? Season one's over. Will we carry on after Christmas? Let's discuss.
will we be allowed back after Christmas? That is the.
I hope so. I hope so.
Like,
I mean, my phone. Hold on.
have the people been eating this up? Like, are you guys do you
I've
guys
been
have
enjoying it.
have you been having fun? Like, is this like when you joined like art school about a year and a bit ago? Were you thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna do a podcast?
No.
Like, is this gonna
Can we make ourselves?
yeah? Like, are you gonna have like a podcast tour by the end of like art school and you like sell out the Apollo?
Yeah. Talking about what?
You guys should get on a radio show to promote your podcast.
Yeah, like Dan and Phil with BBC One. Was it BBC One?
Even like uni of.
Oh yeah. Oh, they do. They used to have a radio society here. I don't know if it's a thing anymore because my flatmates all were like radio society last year. But shout out to them.
They're not seeing this.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I keep.
Yeah, what the
I'm
fuck?
shitting on the podcast.
No, you're hating on the player.
Grounding us.
Yeah, I was gonna say they do have a radio room here, so you can technically do a radio show. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere.
What characters have you been doing? Like recently?
So I did a photo shoot with my friends. It was my flatmate, even one of my best friends. I did like a little Delicious photo shoot with them, and it was really fun. That because my friend Alfie, they know a lot of like fashion stuff, or like my flatmate Luke. He was so clueless. It was really fun though because he was like Alfie was like, do you want me to pose like this and like this? I'm like, oh, I could do this, and he's just there like, just tell me how to pose, man.
Tell me.
And
tell
also
me
like
what to do.
he's really bad with like getting eyeshadow on his face, so I'm like poking his eye. He's like holding his breath, and I'm like, don't hold your breath, and he's like. But
That's so.
I don't know. With my characters, it's just kind of me expressing like femininity because being the man I am, I have a lot of like gender issues,
Yeah.
and it's very like I'm kind of like I don't know. I'm kind of doing it. It's kind of just like I don't know. It's just like I have this like drag persona called Tor, which is like Taurus. It's like shortened because I'm a Taurus.
Because I'm a fucking Tory, mate. That's what I put.
This kind of leads into what you were asking earlier about what we want to do next year, because like I'm so willing, and this is going to be used, this clip of me saying I'm so willing to be like Dan Henschel. Dan Henschel, he
What is that? You guys, your reference is too fucking niche. I'm sorry. Who? Say someone normal. Who?
they know who Dan Henschel is.
No, they don't.
Okay.
The British watchers.
The people in America, like.
I will explain. Okay, so he is a shit poster, and he will have
Okay,
the most.
what even is that? I fear.
Is it Cocky Wentz Boing Boing?
Yes, Dan Henschel.
Oh my god, that is him. Oh my god, I saw this today.
Yes, everyone knows fucking Dan Henschel. Okay,
To me, he's Cocky Wentz Boing Boing guy.
exactly. Okay.
I actually would smash, like.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you know him. Yeah.
So I am willing next year to go fully into that and like a different name, different everything. Think like World of T-shirts. Like I
Make merch
I'm going
for your character. You should make
World of
merch for your
T-shirts,
character.
very
You should
different
start an Instagram for your character.
I have my art Instagram and I'm kind of posting her on there.
You should, but you should like do like
Yes, exactly.
I go like really full on like insane with it.
yeah, like double down. Yeah, lose your identity. That
I was like
I really
I have like passport photos of my like
I want to completely be a different character, and I want to do this.
I feel like we all should. Sorry, I fear that we're all having different conversations.
Like
I fear that we forget that this is a podcast and we're not having a conversation. This podcast is going to be around 5 minutes long, I reckon, with everything being cut out.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot redacted from this. Anyway,
Continue with what you were saying, Tyler.
conversation. No, yeah, I want to go full Dan Henschel, and like we were just saying then how much we're both down for that.
Space.
Yeah. So literally as like an exercise of, I guess, humiliation. And like,
Do you have something? Are you into that?
no, not at all. Actually, the opposite. I am such a shy person. Like,
Really?
but yes, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no. So it's like a confidence thing. Like I'm so willing to run. Like get me in the right zone with the right amount of shots, and I'm willing to run down
So we should be
the street, screaming as loud as I can. You know, whatever. I'm willing to do whatever.
of the work.
I really want to go like fully
Double
into
down on the niche.
Yeah, almost. And like
make your own niche.
well, yeah, exactly. But I want to.
Maybe
like,
the joke could be that or maybe not joke if you're doing it seriously, but
But if you lose your
it's-
mind.
But no, that's no. But if you do something so niche and it's like that, the people aren't actually supposed to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So like you make up this thing. You could literally, if you said something like, "Yeah, do you know this YouTuber?" Like, yeah, like that's probably AI generated. That like, if you make up some like Fergus Slug,
and make a pibble.
yeah, or like Fergus Slug, the YouTuber. I would, if you asked me, do you know who that is, and I felt embarrassed enough, I'd say yes.
I mean, like this guy.
Are you screen recording this?
Isn't he schizophrenic? That guy.
I don't know.
I really don't like it when people make fun of people on the internet with mental health issues. Do you know what I mean?
You'd love
that
Chris
happens a
Chan.
lot.
But I can't tell whether he's like being weird.
I swear I've
I
seen
think
that guy
he has mental
before.
health
He's
issues.
schizophrenic.
Oh.
It's like Daniel Larson, you know,
Do you know that guy who
or
like
World of T-shirts.
posts?
I've really liked it. I really like how we've progressed over the past 6 weeks.
Whoa.
6 weeks. Damn.
More than that because there's been filming and
Planning
other
beforehand.
planning.
A lot of planning.
I've really enjoyed the semester. I really like where we're going with it. And I definitely think we can develop it for.
I just realised that plan behind it is actually really fucking scary. The pony plan. Alright, sorry, yeah, finish your summary. I'm really
I'm really excited about where we're taking it. I'm having a lot of fun, and it like we are working and we're like producing and stuff, and we're like seeing how how we interact with the public, which then
is season 2 going to be like? Is it going to be like the public's time to shine?
I think it will be the public's time to shine. I'm happy.
I can see that happening.
Let's go out the studio a bit. Let's
go to third years, go to first years, go to foundations, get the fuck
Go
out
to random
foundation.
people on the street, I was thinking.
yeah,
Go to business school and like piss off.
No, not in uni. Like,
like general public.
general public.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, Liv, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you said. It's like gone in so much of a different direction I thought it would originally.
Yeah.
Like, I first envisioned us making a lot of adverts, and remember at the start we both had that idea to do an installation. We originally wanted to just make a load of like spoof products that were stupid, and then do like a big installation, have some of them being like teleshopping, like, you know, when you go to like B&M and they have like the videos with the products underneath. We were thinking of doing a load of that, whereas it's evolved so differently.
No, to be fair though, we said in
The
the
roots
summer,
are still there.
in the summer, we literally said, let's do a podcast.
Oh, so this was in plan the whole time.
Podcast was in plan, but it wasn't like this.
It wasn't going to be connected at all.
It was
so
just
it
going to
was
be us
something
doing a
random.
podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Women in male fields, I guess then.
Correct.
Have you seen that? You're close enough.
But no, yeah, I didn't expect it to go like this, and I'm still yet to send my mum any links to anything because she keeps asking me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, that's a long conversation.
I showed my dad briefly, like a clip, and then I sent my brother a.
Oh, okay. This has like got nothing to do with like, but you should go to Ice Spice Paradise and interview them.
I had a honey crunch milkshake last night.
Yeah, how do you know exactly how to distract Flo in like 1 millisecond? Like,
Because like, I don't know. I remember you like talking about like Ice Paradise to me, and I was like, oh. And then you posted about it like after that, and I was like, into Ice Paradise. And I was just like,
love
I was
Ice
having a little thought of like, oh, like who should you interview? Like, fuck Market Street. No, you're gonna go to the kebab shops on Curry Mile. Maybe not them, but you're gonna.
I feel like that is a very bad idea.
You're gonna go up to Boss Man and Ice Spice Paradise.
Bossman is. I need to get the sundaes from Ice Pack. They put.
anyway,
Sorry.
What was it talking about?
Talking about
Exactly.
reflecting.
Okay, I was talking about how I should try to show my stuff.
brother.
Yeah, and I sent my brother a video of, you know, the intro to our post-it notes, and he was like, "What's?" I was just like, because I was on the phone to him because he was helping with my laptop, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, we're I'll send you a video," and he was just like, "Me and the cat are gonna laugh at you later when we watch this." Thank you.
yeah, no, I feel like it's like quite a weird idea. It's very far from traditional ideas of making, definitely. And even with like, I know, I find the idea of working in social media and doing stuff like that in the context of art so cool. Because like, yes, people have done it,
You're pondering.
but like, yes, people have done it, but like, not really. Like, not that much.
Wait, can we get some ASMR real quick?
I know exactly
Sounds like
how this
those
is going to
magnet-
sound. I know exactly how it's going to sound on mic. It's going to be awful.
I'm really sorry. Don't mean it. I'm so sorry.
What do you think?
But no, yeah, I feel. Oh,
Who's this diva?
that's Bella. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, no, I feel like doing. How do I word this? I have never thought of this prior
Doing
to now.
media or
Well, no,
film.
doing like not film or media, but like more like very internet humor based. Like obviously it's been done before. I think it's so cool that we're making like very social media based art because I think that that's definitely the way in which a lot of artists are turning recently. Not just for like because obviously every artist now has an Instagram where they're showing their work and doing stuff. I don't know, make the Instagram the artwork. You get me? Like,
Yeah, everyone's
I think
got
that's so-
to like. I think we touched on this, didn't we? That everyone has to like, especially with like musicians, they have to constantly be putting themselves out in the world, where like making and then putting themselves out. Whereas we're doing it for that.
and I feel like it's so interesting that like everyone our age and in our generation is so online, and like, why is no one fucking asked about that? You know what I mean? Like, why does no one?
So it's just you have the hair, like,
Yeah, it's gonna be some confidence.
What's like the little gay monkey? Where it's just that.
He does not have very long hair.
No, but he's like twisting his hair.
Yeah. But no, I think the like the fact that everyone our age is so online, and we're all literally born with this integrated knowledge of at least a few like memes or like stupid shit. And I mean, especially I guess us three as a group know quite niche things that
What are you talking about?
I feel a bit personal attack.
No, but like you can use that and work, you know? And I think that's such like a niche skill to be able to know so much random shit that isn't applicable to anything. No, I was gonna say like because obviously I don't know when you guys thought that, or you guys knew that you wanted to go into art school, but like from the moment I kind of realized like, yeah, I kind of want to do art for the rest of my life, I very strongly hyperfixated on how to be successful, how to go down the exact path that every like really famous and really well-known artist did, and I would like try and stick to that exactly, to a point where I almost went to uni in New York. Gag, but anyway.
How far's nearly? Is that nearly like?
Not very nearly.
You look into it and I was like, Thing is,
I looked into it, forgot about it for a week, and then never thought about it again.
yeah, that's
But like, I was like in my head, I was very, very strongly considering it. Like, I think I'm gonna do this, or like at least move.
Clearly
But I was,
wild though. New York's so expensive.
yeah.
How would you?
I don't know, but
It would work for you. But like,
but I really like wanted to go down that route, and I was so obsessed with the idea of like
Assessed
everything
for
in
a
your
week.
no.
You just
Like this is in general. No, this is in general though now.
Yeah, carry on.
This is in general now, and that I was like so obsessed with the idea of like your life, obviously. What's the word I'm looking for?
What's the other? Well, like, what are you trying to say?
To do with your art, like it dictates what your art is about.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
whatever is going on, your art will reflect that, if that makes sense. And I always thought like, holy shit, I need to like do some introspective shit or something, and like research and, you know, have some crazy deep shit. But like the more I've been in uni and like art school, I've kind of, it's so funny to me that the way that is manifesting itself in my work now is the fact that I'm on my phone 20 hours a day. And it's like, it is like it's infiltrating my art so much. But I just thought that was so funny.
Because with your art at the beginning of the year, you were very much like, I'm going to do this, and it's so fucking different.
Yeah.
It's quite very
In
slow.
between those two pieces, though, I also got referred to an ADHD diagnosis. So I feel like quite a lot of that has been explained away.
Right.
Yeah, it's different. I still love my moldy artwork. I still really fuck with it. I want to keep doing it on my own, and I kind of want to do it. I don't know. It's so weird because I have these like two worlds in that I really want to do art school and I love art school. I think it's so funny, but at the same time, I still have that part of me that's like, I want to be a serious artist and I want to make.
This is serious.
Yeah, it like serious, like
silly and serious.
yeah. But the works are so different. You know, I want to have like two different, completely different
Personas.
projects. Yeah, personas, if you will. I don't know how you feel about your work.
What work?
Well, like work outside of art school.
I don't work outside of art school.
Okay, well, we are very,
I embody foundation.
we are very different in that respect. Okay.
Okay, carry on. Your question. Outside of art school.
yeah, like what do you want to make any other work? Do you feel that like do you have that kind of sorry, I've just like caressed your shoulder. Do you ever have that like self-doubt of like
I want,
should you be doing something more was like per the stereotype of an art student?
yeah. I don't remember if you recall or not. Over summer, I made this very interesting piece on a big sheet.
I really like
Oh, maybe I was repost it. Oh, what's my too?
Oh, don't ship it. And I really liked that, and I really like just kind of writing, which is something I don't do. I don't like the only writing I do is for art stuff, but I guess it wasn't my writing. I just kind of took it. Long story, long stuff. And I'd like to do more of that, but I need to. Well, basically, I need some more content. I need some more content to write about, which I've been keeping track of.
So there's gonna be a part 2.
Hopefully, I want a part 2 only because I think it'd be really funny.
That would be wild.
Even if it's like other stuff that's like it's like really like protest based and like time because it spent ages doing it, but I want to do more like that.
Yeah, I want like I know I want to do more massive installations that are like completely different from our world, like my canvas, but like a whole room, and I want to make it super immersive, super tactile. I want to own silk moths and silkworms to keep their cocoons. Although to harvest their cocoons, it's really sad because you have to boil them alive and then cut them open to remove the actual dead worm. But that's how you do it. Do you not know how silk? That's how people make silk.
I know silk like made from it.
That's what silk is. That's how silk is made. Yes, from silk.
Oh,
Yeah, so they boil them alive and then they like unstring it and stuff.
oh.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day, guys.
But no, I really want to do stuff like that because their cocoons look so cool, and I really like snake egg clusters. I love eggs and cocoons. I think that's so. Not even because of like the way that not because they're like eggs and cocoons and stuff, but more so because of the forms they make. I just really love that organic. I love it. It's so cool to me. I don't know why. Like, I've literally done no research around it. I've just always been drawn to it since I was little. And I love gross, moldy looking shit. And I love when things I like it when things give you such a visceral reaction, but it's like also kind of cool.
Did I ever show you that artist that draws those wasps' nests?
There's what?
Wasps' nests.
No!
I'll send it to you.
I drew a wasp nest in
But they're like
A-level.
But they're like huge drawings.
Wait, you might have showed me that. It's quite stressful having like only 3 years in uni to do, like, because they expect you to, well, I guess they don't expect it, but they want you to have kind of a finished vibe, and they want you to be making similar stuff kind of, not all throughout, but at least throughout like year 2 and 3, which I just feel like, as someone, like, some people are turning 22 this year, whereas I'm barely, like, I'm turning 20 next month. Or, yeah, which is crazy because, like, these people have had so much longer to make work and kind of develop their style. And I feel like 3 years is so not that long. And, like, I know I'm still figuring it out because I love art school, but I also love that. And I think if I'd had a few more years and a bit more time, I'd maybe be able to find a way to meld them together in a better way and kind of have a more developed practice. But I don't know, that's my Christmas homework.
I feel like with a lot of my work, I liked with my friends like doing the styling with like I like the idea of doing drag, but then like it's really physically exhausting, and it's also like
Can't be asked.
I mean, it's not that I can't be asked. Like, yeah, I couldn't, but also like I don't know. I managed to make myself like uncomfortable about it during like this time, which is like really, it's so fucking stupid of me. No, I really like doing the drag stuff with my friends. I've been like, I like the zine making. I love doing the ceramic. I've been like doing like ceramic stuff on the side, like kind of like learning how to throw, which is really fun. It's pretty cool. It's pretty slow. Actually, yeah, I don't know really what I want to do for like next like semester. I don't know. That's
okay.
yeah,
time.
but like I don't know. I'm kind of looking at my work and I'm kind of thinking like, oh, this is like. I think there's like too much going on. Like I kind of want like. I don't know.
That's why you've got to reflect.
Yeah, I know. Oh, fucked up. But I feel like there's just like so much going on. And like I don't know, I'm like looking at it and I'm like, yeah, I want like bigger. I want to make an installation one day. I want like bigger things.
Yeah.
It just
And, like-
feels like we don't have enough time. This
Yeah,
is what
I
I'm
know.
saying.
Thing is, because like, how long is this like thing? How long is it, this project been on? Like 3 months, like 12 weeks.
Yeah, 12 weeks.
Which like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like 12 weeks is like bish bash bosh. Also, it's just me getting like used to like I've been in uni like a lot more than I was last year, so I've been like trying to get used to that, and obviously I have a job now, so it's kind of like getting used to that, trying to balance stuff. Yeah, I just kind of want to like I want to get more into sculpture, more larger stuff. I don't know about the character stuff. The character stuff, like maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it made me uncomfortable. Like, I mean, it's really fun, the idea of it, but like
It's okay.
It just needs time. Like,
maybe it does. I don't know because I feel like when I did like drag stuff when I was in like GCSEs and a bit of like A-level time, and that was quite fun. But like I don't know, it was more spread out. But with this, like doing it constantly, it's just like, oh, I actually like I fucking like thing is, I need like a head. Like I feel like I'm like I just need to like I don't know. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm looking at myself a lot differently with like this project now. Like how I'm critiquing myself, but like not in like my art way, like just how I look. I'm like, oh, which is like that's so fucking yeah. But I want to do more 3D stuff. I like the idea of people holding my work as well, which is why I like doing zines.
Yeah.
People like with my photo shoot I do with my friends, I made like zines and then I made up 2 extra for them too, so they can like physically like have the work in front of them. Stop dropping her. They can like physically have the work in front of them.
I do like that. That's kind of what I like about installations as well, and that people are like,
I want people to interact.
it's not that they're looking at your work, it's physically being in it.
Yeah,
love
I don't know. I like people just like holding my stuff, like having like something to take home. Like I love the zines.
Yeah, and it's like even just like the idea of sorry, I'm gonna steal this mic a little bit.
Ooh. I just like getting rid of the boundary between viewer and artist, you know? Like I want people to be in the shit, and that's why I love Art School, because like
It interacts.
yeah,
Also,
there's so
like,
much interaction.
I'm gonna like okay, like this is not sponsored, but like MMU has like actually quite a lot of stuff to work with, which is like really
MMU.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Well, so I mean, I don't want to like.
No, don't worry.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say like they have a lot of stuff to work with, which is like quite fun because like, at college, I don't know about you guys. My college, when I went to college, they were broke as fuck. They didn't have anything.
Yeah.
They literally had like nothing for the art students. And I feel like when I was like 16 going to like college, I was like, I want to be a tattoo artist.
I feel like.
And then I was like, wait a minute, like I'm gonna get a fucking apprenticeship at 18. Like, no, I'm not.
You might. I know people that got.
Yeah, but like,
apprenticeships at 18.
where I live at least, like it's gonna be so difficult because like they're a bit like.
Yeah, people have got to like travel where.
Yeah, and it's just a bit much, and also like I mean I did like an installation in college, which is quite fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't really have scissors. Which is quite fun, and then like I don't know, I like doing 3D work. Oh my fucking god, I love ceramics. Oh, I love ceramics.
Do ceramics then?
Yeah, I know, but like, I just, like, I literally, I'm like, I love ceramics. Like, I love ceramics. And yeah, I don't know, I don't know, it's weird to think the thought of like,
Well, why does your drag have to be like you? When you make, so I'm just looking at the head and thinking you just make yourself.
Yeah, but
You can sculpt them.
yeah, but like a lot of like I don't know if it is like drag I want to do, but like I like
Performance.
maybe not performance. I like the idea of like one day like doing it on the whim of like a drag performance and then just like dropping off the face of the earth. Like I really just want to get on stage and maybe do like a number or two and then be like, all right, see you guys.